creates action. And if he locks you up, you're in deep, deep trouble because you're going for a ride.
Chibanu in the red, we are underway. Gold medal, 60 kilos. Some heavy pummeling early on from Chibanu, trying to get to his ties. Chibanu started wrestling at the age of 7 in the Republic of Moldova. Spent all his time there, would always train about 6 to 8 hours a day. Even on the holidays, you could find him training. Love what he told some of the UWW staff earlier in the week as they were getting some quotes from some of these athletes. He said, winning fights is not about luck, it's just about the work. And he feels that he has put in the work to justify a world championship.
I love that, making his own luck by just continuing to work hard and having that goal every day that you go to work out.
Boy, these two are pummeling each other in the opening minute. And they're just using their foreheads as battering rams going into one another.
Bouncing off each other at the same time. Nice pull by Chibanu. We'll see if he can use these pulls to get Sharshembekov to stand up.
There is never an angle that Chibanu does not like. He'll crack you from every possible approach. And our first whistle and the passivity point will be given to Sharshembekov, the 22-year-old. Chibanu making sure he's not bleeding. He's going to go down underneath, parterre defense. I know you've watched Sharshembekov this week. His strengths from the top.
Like a lot of these Greco wrestlers, you watch, he's going to take both of his feet to one side. Some people like to straddle. He's going to take both his feet to one side and look to slide his opponent up his slides of his shins. And there he goes, bringing that foot up right to the hip. He's going to look to slide Chibanu up there. He gets him off the mat, and he's going to try and circle Chibanu. Right there, we're going to see a 2-point proper throw as he made a good attempt but didn't get the exposure.
Sharshembekov will take it. He gets the 2. Doesn't come away empty-handed in a 3-0 lead. Inside a minute, first period. Couple of clubs thrown by Sharshembekov.
And the strength and the technique to get someone off the mat. You figure they're trying to put their chest and their hips flat to the mat, and they don't want you to lift them. So not only are you fighting their weight, but also, everything that they have, they're trying to stay on the mat. So the strength of Sharshembekov to get Chibanu off the mat is insane.
A shock, a snap, nothing moving Sharshembekov right now. Holding his presence on the mat, matching the physicality that Chibanu is bringing to him. And this is going to be a real solid opening 3 minutes for Kyrgyzstan. They will take this in a 3-0 lead after 1.
Yeah, amazingly that we know that Chibanu is an offensive genius and a fighter. Sharshembekov gave him everything he had plus a little bit more, and not just on the scoreboard, I think on the hand fight, he won that first period.
Good look at Chibanu, down 3. He has rallied as well earlier in this tournament to come back from a deficit. Going to have to do it again. Sharshembekov, 2-time Asian Championship silver medalist. He has an Asian U23 wrestling gold as well. He was a World U23 silver medalist in Budapest in 2019. You look at his road in the semifinals. He was able to beat the Ziri from Azerbaijan. Came back earlier in the tournament, wins over Belarus, and a very talented wrestler from Georgia. So he has put together a real nice body of work to earn his ticket in this gold medal match.
And his match, Chibanu's match with Marianyan and with Garabinyan, 9-8 and 7-6, so he can win when it's close.
Verbal warning given to Sharshenbekov. We are moments away from hold your breath time with Parterre.
But once again, Sharshenbekov has been the aggressor here. He's held the center and he's pushed Chibanu to the edge of the mat. So this official has been more of the reciprocity. He's more, he gets a call, then his opponent gets a call. I think Sharshenbekov was the aggressive, more dominant wrestler there. And Chibanu saying, hey, time out a second. I just got my head beat in a little bit and I got some blood on my lip.
Blue, open.
He just wanted a second to catch his breath, to reflect on the tactics that he needs to have here.
Big, big moment for gold at 60.
Good, quick.
Explosion underneath from Sharshenbekov. Chibanu nearly lost him. Goes with the reverse, and he will expose for 4. Beautiful job, feet to back, 4 points from Chibanu.
Right, and Chibanu, opportunistic as he lifted from the front, more of a chest lock, and lifted Sharshenbekov to his feet and then threw him, and that's why we have the feet to back 4-point hold. That was textbook and beautiful.
First time tonight, Sharshenbekov is down as he looks into the corner. Trailing by 2. Both countries looking for their first world gold medal in Greco-Roman wrestling.
And looking at the scores in this weight class, there is 8 to 10 people in this weight class who were so close that could have been the world champion. So coming down to the wire here, it's great to see that either of these guys could find a way, but the 4-point hold by Chibanu makes a huge impact with the highest point total score.
Both corners trying to echo the winning instructions to make sure their guy has the best chance at a goal. And now another head crack, and it looks like, I think it's Chibanu who's a little stunned. Official's not going to give him a lot of time to get his bearings straight. Back at it, 30 seconds to go.
And they're calling Sharshenbekov for a straight-on, arms down, forehead-to-forehead headbutt. They're saying more brutality and a caution in 2. So Chibanu's lead is extended by 2.
He might be seeing stars, but he will take the 2 points. Skulls of steel for these wrestlers.
Sharshenbekov's corner saying, I want to see that again. I'm going to challenge that it was a headbutt, that it was purposeful. So we're going to go to the video here in just a moment.
What do you think?
I think that he took the top of his head and took it straight into the cheekbone of Chibanu. To me, it looked like brutality.
Call stands. Additional point for the lost challenge, and Chibanu in a pretty good position now. They'll tack on the additional point, 8-3 Moldova.
In that situation, it might be a little bit different if he reaches up to the head or the shoulders, but he brought his hands straight down and led with his forehead.
Victor Chibanu, after a frustrating European Championship a few years ago, his coach approached some of the other wrestling federations, Japan, Korea, about training with them. They wanted a commitment from the Moldovan government to improve the resources and get the sport of wrestling at a level where they can compete at these world championships. We've seen the women be able to do that, and now Chibanu dancing his way for the final few seconds a gold medal for Moldova, the first in the history of Greco-Roman wrestling for this country. And it's only appropriate. It's been their offensive machine over the past 7-8 years. Victor Ciobanu, who brings it home.
And a great pop and a great call by Jason Bryant down there, talking about that first championship by Moldova. He's been so close so many times, and now he's reached the pinnacle. He's climbed the top of the mountain, and he has a gold medal for Moldova.
In his own words, no luck. This